Hello, everyone, and you know, that's the first take of this video, and that's the take I'm gonna keep because this video is kind of gonna be scuffed anyway, so I'll just keep it. I just wanted to take a quick look at the new, newish, not that new, but new to me at least. The what is it called? Let me just get him out. Let's pop him out. The new Starlord. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank today. We got Starlord, and then I figured I would also do the newish, new to me, like I said, Yondu. I got them both here, two Guardians. So now that I got these guys, it means I have to pick up the, the Drax pack, and he does not want to stand. That is probably a common issue. That's a common issue with some Marvel Legends. But I also picked up another character that I've been wanting for a while to complete. Not complete, but to give me some of my favorite cosmic characters. So I've also got the Nova, the Walgreens exclusive Nova, and let me just fix the camera. There we go. So first we're gonna take a look at Starlord, and yeah, this is, like I said, this is gonna be a little bit of a scuffed review because I just got all these packages today and kind of don't want to do separate videos for these 3 Marvel Legends that I feel like most people aren't gonna care about. But I just kind of wanted to take a look because, for one, I got them all for excruciatingly cheap. I got this guy for $5 on Walmart's app, on their app thing, and then I got Yondu for $9 on eBay. I got him for about retail. I got him for $20, and that's really good for Richard Rider. I think this one's Richard Rider, right? Yeah, it's Richard Rider. I thought so. In this costume, I like Sam Alexander a lot too. He's actually I probably like him more than Richard Rider, because I like a lot of the Young Avengers characters, the characters that I really love. So it helps that Logan Miller voiced him in the cartoon, the 2016 cartoon, I believe. I think it's called Ultimate Spider-Man, the one where Drake Bell voices Peter Parker. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Logan Miller voices him in that. Yeah, he does. He's a bit of a dick in that, but I still like him. So first, we're just going to look at Starlord. And this is the type, I guess first we can look at the boxes. I literally just I have this one, it's kind of a shit box. I'm glad that they're moving away from this shit. I do like the artwork right there, though. And then I have the Superior box for Nova. That inside of that box is really cool, so I'll probably keep this as an insert, like put it behind, Nova on the shelf or something, and this box is just really dope. And there's a read-up of him on the back. I hope they move back to doing that. I haven't picked up a current day Marvel Legends with the back to window packaging, but I hope they keep doing that. But his read-up says Marvel's Nova, chosen by the last surviving member of the elite intergalactic defense force, Richard Rider ascends from humble origins to continue the battle as Nova. And you can see that, and then it has it in different languages. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a triple review on these guys, because I know they're characters that a lot of people like, but these are figures that I feel like not a lot of people like very much, even though Nova probably is, because he's an older Marvel Legends, and I think older Marvel Legends were elite back then. They were really good, at least in my opinion. Okay, so now we're going to get into it. So first we have the boy, Starlord, Peter Quill, and his probably one of his least iconic outfits to people outside of comics, outside of people that are nerds for comics. And this is the outfit that I first read him in, I believe. I knew about him. I was one of those nerdy kids that knew about him before the movies. The Guardians weren't popular, but for deep hardcore comic fans, they were. And I didn't really I'm not gonna say that I liked the Guardians back then. I fell in love with them in the run where Iron Man is also in the group. I fell in love with him during that run. So, take with that what you will. And I think that was either right before the movie came out that comic came out, or it was right after. But, yeah. So, this is what he looks like. He's pinless. You know, he's got butterfly joints. He just looks great. I wish he had a maskless head sculpt. I just think that would have been cool. And I do kind of wish he came with a bigger gun, because, you know, the Guardians did use lots of different weapons. But at least he comes with this gun. And I also wish he came with the, like, flight hands that they show on the packaging, because they literally chose a picture of him, like, splayed out. And, you know, I just feel like he would be having those flight hands. It doesn't necessarily show that, but... And also here, it's yellow. I kind of wish they would have done a repaint more like that, like, darker, like, the blacked out, like, shading version, but I'm sure some talented person did that on the internet. Okay, so for accessories, he comes with the 2 trigger finger hands, he comes with 2 fisted hands, he comes with his sword, which you can take and give it to Nightcrawler if you really want to, because, you know, I don't think people really like Peter Quill with the sword. I like it. And then he also comes with his gun, and that fits right in the holster, and he actually holds the sword quite well. You just put that right in there, and he's got a sword. So, I don't know what body this is. I'm not a good person to come to tell you what body, but I think... Is this the Vulcan body? It's a new body because it's pinless, or at least the arms and legs are new, because they're pinless, but we'll go over articulation, because I don't think I own the figure of this body. So, looks up that far, looks down that far. Butterfly joint goes back that far, forward that far on both arms. Arm can go up to there. You got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, the hand up and down hinge on the trigger finger hands, and the side to side hinge on the fisted hands. And then you got an ab crunch that goes down to there, back to there. Gets a little gappy, but it's an action figure. Got twist there, obviously. You got kick out to there, which is not bad for you know, Peter Quill. He's not the most, like, agile. You're not going to be putting him in the most agile poses. You're going to more be putting him in flight and gun wielding poses. He can kick forward that far, which is not great. Wish he could have kicked forward a little farther, back that far. You got the thigh swivel. You got double jointed knees. Kick his own butt. You got the boot cut. And you got the forward facing mid for rocker and the hinge. So that is Peter Quill, and we'll get into size comparisons after I cover the other two. So for Yondu, this is basically, I think, a exact copy of the what is it, the 60th anniversary? Is that what it is? The 60th anniversary line? This line, a sneak preview of the next video, but it's from this. I think it's got the exact same body from, or not body, but at least he shares a lot of parts with Hawkeye. So that's pretty cool, because the Hawkeye's pretty fun. So for accessories, he comes, well, out of the package, he comes like this, without his vent, and you just kind of gotta plug it in there, and yeah, it's a little wonky, but I think it's meant to be like that. I don't think it's meant to be straight. I don't know. I'm not giving them, I'm not trying to give them, like, if it's not meant to be this wonky, like, if this wasn't a purpose design decision, I think it's stupid, and they shouldn't be packaging shit like that. But I think it's meant to be wonky. I think it's not supposed to be meant to be straight. I can't remember classic Yondu, if it was straight or not, but anyway, he comes with a quiver for his arrows, and this is the exact same quiver as Hawkeye's, so, you know, you can see that. And then same with the bow. He comes with a gold bow, and this is the exact same bow as Hawkeye's, except for Hawkeye's has the grip painted, and it's a little bit smaller, I guess. I guess the grip's a little smaller, right? They're about the same. And then you got the arrow, which is the same exact arrow that Hawkeye has. And it's an arrow. It can go directly in his fingers. I might cut a slit so I can put it in between his fingers, but, you know, he just kind of holds it. It sucks. These bows suck. I wish we'd go back to the Toy Biz days of giving us, like, a thick cloth string. That would be nice. So for Yondu, we've got, and As you see, he's a lot taller than, or a lot shorter than Peter Quill. Without like the fin makes him taller, but just shoulder to shoulder, he's smaller. Head to head, he's smaller. And for Yondu, I'm gonna take off this, and I'm gonna also take off the fin. We'll just see how he goes without the fin. He can look up that far without the fin, and with the fin. Let's do that, and then he can look up that far. Oh, he can actually look up about the same with the fin. That's actually cool. You got the head tilt, you know, side to side. You got the arm can go up to there, go all the way around. Same with Peter. You got the actual butterfly joint, go back far as hell. Holy shit. Forward, not as much, but still not bad. You got the swivel there. You got the double jointed elbow. You got the hinge. You can crunch forward that far, crunch back that far. Oh, it doesn't show it. Twist. You got kick forward out to the whoa, wow. He can kick out. Kick back to there, forward to there, thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Go to there because he has the pirate boot. Got the forward facing pin rocker in the hinge. And yeah, this guy's pinned. And I don't know why, because I think he came out around the same time as Peter. But it's not a bad figure. I actually really like this figure. All the gold trimming and everything. I will say one thing. I wish that they did it like G.I. Joe Classified, where you could pin this in. Like, and there was a hole in the back of this to pin this in. Because you're going to have Yondu with his quiver the whole time, right? Like, no one's going to not have Yondu with his quiver and bow. And I can't lie, I do like the way the MCU did it. I don't know if they did it in the comics first or not, because I can't remember a lot of Guardians comics, so they're kind of forgettable for a long time. But I like the way the MCU made it to where he can, like, voice or whistle with the bow or the arrow, because that's more like Alien. You don't really expect an alien to be running around with a alien to us, obviously, on Earth. But an alien to be running around, like, with a freaking bow and arrow. Like, you don't expect that. You expect, like maybe a caveman to be doing that, but not an alien. So, yeah. So, we'll put him back there as well. Put Peter right there. You can see the size comparison for them, too. And then I'm just gonna barrel through the Nova, too, so we can get into size comparisons. So for Nova, this is what he looks like, and this is a great figure. He still holds up, and it's making me, I can't wait to build out a Guardians team. We've got these two in a classic look. We've got Drax in a classic look. So I can't wait to get, I hope they do a 2-pack with, or maybe even a 3-pack, with classic Gamora. Definitely, and then definitely a classic Rocket and a classic Groot. I want a classic Groot and Rocket more than anything. So, we got the Drax and Moondragon, which is Drax and his daughter. So, please, Hasbro, finish off this team. Please. And then, we could get we got Space Venom, like the Space Agent Venom that can go with him. So, I might have to pick him up now. That gives me a reason. I mean, Agent Venom is my favorite version of Venom, but I haven't been focusing on that type of stuff. I've been focusing on the X-Men, and now the Avengers, and now the Guardians. But, this is going to be awesome. So, for Richard Rider here, we got his head can look up to there, and he looks great. They all look great. Doesn't really have head tilt. You can move the arm out to there, and then he has, he can go moving around. This is actually connected to the arm, so it moves with it, so that's cool. And then you've got the bicep swivel. I'm not even showing it on camera. You have the double jointed elbow, but it's, one of the older ones, so it's a little weird. Got the up and down hinge, or side to side hinge on the fisted hands. His torso goes forward that far, goes back that far, and then that breaks up the sculpt. I don't like that, but yeah. And even if they actually painted it, how the hell is that going to line up to there? That's so strange. But he can also turn and then kick his legs out to there. That's actually still pretty good for an old figure. Kick forward that far, kick back that far, double jointed knee, boot cut. And then the same, forward facing for rocker, and then the hinge. So, You know, all these guys look nice as hell. Like, there's so much gold on the Classic Guardians team. I never really realized that. He wasn't really part of the Classic Guardians, but he was a New Warriors character for most of his life. But for accessories for old Richard Rider, he has his Fisted Hands, and then he has a pair of these Flight Hands, which I'm thinking you could actually use on Peter. So if you want to make Peter fly, you can do that. And I'm realizing now that the eBay seller that gave this to me, he glued that back together. So he definitely, or this is just fused. This is fused. Never mind. I'm sorry, eBay seller. So this is gonna potentially be like that forever. This one does hinge. So that's sad, but not a big deal, because I'm always going to have him with fists usually anyway. And it comes with like the helmet thing. I don't know what to call this. I think this is the helmet before it flies on his face. You know, I do love Nova. He's one of my favorite characters, but, you know, I have a very bad memory, so it's hard for me to think about a lot of that type of shit, so I'm sorry. So for size comparisons, you can see they all look great together. These two are about the same size, which I like because they have helmets, and then he is not the same size. So for size comparisons, we'll put in the Mezco Wolvie, which looks great, and then the Marvel Legends Wolvie with the Hot Claws head on him. So that's what they look like with Wolverine. And I do have X-Men and stuff, or I do have Fantastic Four and stuff, but I don't really want to pull them down. They're the only cosmic characters I really have, so I don't exactly want to pull them down right now. So for this, we're gonna do blue skin characters because we have another blue skin character on my roster now, and that's what they all look like. You know, these are the X-Men we'll put them with, and yeah, they all look good too. And then, you know, the final tried and true character we gotta do. That's my uncle fighting with some women outside because the people that live around here are stupid. I'm sorry about that. But, I'm sorry. We got the Amazing Fantasy number 15 Marvel Legends Spider-Man, and that's what he looks like next to them, and can't wait to put him with the Guardians too. Spider-Man works in everything. So, yeah, that's everything. That's all these characters, and they all look great. I'm glad I have these guys, especially Peter here. He has been a thrill, a absolute thrill to pose around and play with. I know people aren't the biggest fan of this figure, but for $5, you cannot beat this guy, and I love him. I absolutely love him. For $10, he's also a steal. For $20, he's a steal. I don't care what anyone says. These are great figures. He's an older figure, so I don't think anyone's shitting on him, but I think people have shit on these two a lot. So, yeah. I also picked up I have the 60th anniversary. I think it's 60th. The one I showed, I have the Hawkeye. And then I picked up the Mezco Snake Eyes. So that's going to be fun to look at. And then I also have a Sanji, the SH Figure Arts Sanji here. And I have the Marvel Legends, the good Black Widow. Along with like the Rider series Black Widow to give her that bike. And then I also have the retro collection Wasp coming in. She's just loose. I don't think she doesn't come with any accessories or anything, but I just have her coming in just so I can finish my Avengers display. I still gotta pick up Thor, and then I'm gonna be done with like my main Avengers. So I'm very hyped for that. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.